Okay, YouTube. So today we're going to be building a subscription for a Shopify brand from scratch, from the product research to how we create the site to creating the ads to running the ads to testing the product, literally everything. Now, what's so crazy about this is this brand could actually be worth a lot of money. This brand will have returning customers. And unlike anything you've ever seen on YouTube, it's not like speedrunning a dropshipping store, right? This actually has enterprise value. Now, before I get into it, just give me 30 seconds to explain kind of who I am, what I do. I run subscription for Shopify brands with products exactly like the one that I'm going to show you. And I actually do this for a living. This is a screenshot that I just took 10 minutes ago. One of the brands that I run, nothing crazy. This is a newer brand, 1,400 for the day. You can see 1,300 sessions, a lot of sessions, right? Low conversion rate, but the traffic is incredibly cheap. We're getting like a 30 cent, 40 cent cost per click. That's why. But returning customers, you can see there are 19 customers, 9 of those are returning. Now, why is that? It's because I built a product that people love and a product that people run out of. It is subscription first. People are subscribed. As you can see here, this is our subscription list. We have 760 active subscribers on this brand and it's brand new. You can see the growth is it's been all right the past couple of weeks or so, but it's definitely jumped up there as we got some new creatives in. And then, yeah, this is 2.6 rows. So we only spent 500 on ads to bring back close to about 1,500 there. So this is what I do. I have multiple brands. This is the one that I kind of document on YouTube because I don't have partners in it. It's smaller, it's newer, it's, potentially more relatable, but this brand will be worth a lot of money one day. It's in the newer stages, but I'm going to keep documenting it. Now, let's get into it. How do I find the product? Now, this is the exact product that I found. So what I did is I was essentially just on Amazon. Now, this is one of my product research methods to find these products. You can look on Facebook ad library. You can look in Reddit and identify the problem first. You can look on Calidata. You can have your friends and family find products for you, send them to you. That's a really untapped kind of secret method there. Or you can scour Amazon and you can find stuff that works on Amazon that's already trending consumable and pull inspiration from that. So this is how I found the product. I was looking at skincare products and I was basically on kind of like when you have a listing like this, you kind of go to the bottom and you can see 4 stars and above and look at other products that are similar. That's exactly what I did. Maybe it was here, like products related to this item. So I was on a super hot item. That was exactly what I looked for. And then I found this product through there. Now, this is a very interesting product. This is a serum that contains kale. So their whole unique selling point here is superfood skincare. So they're including fruits and plants and things like that to kind of create this new, unique, interesting selling point. Now, that's very important as well. But when I saw this product, I thought, wait a minute, kale, that's very interesting. Now, if I look at their page, I can see that they're not just running kale products, they're running superfood products. But kale is one of their big, unique selling points. This is their main bestseller right here. And this is a kale plus green tea superfood cleanser. So then I thought, okay, so the kale, first word on there, big selling point, people are buying it, 8,300 reviews. Then this one, kale plus spinach, whip, and then boom, kale syrup. So there we go. I'm in, I'm going for it. Now we're going to create skincare around solely kale because it's new, it's untapped, it's unique. Now we have the product research, right? So now we found the products, but we have to kind of validate it. We need to make sure that the economics work. Now, what I look for, and I won't run brands or create new brands unless it falls under these categories. Number one, ideally 30-day supply. Basically, the reason I have a 30-day supply is so that I maximize the lifetime value in my customer. If they run out of the product in 30 days, that's great for me. It's subscription first, potentially could be charged 12 times throughout the year, and they continue to love the product and stay, right? It's got that consumable aspect, so people run out of the product. Supplements, topicals, etc. Subscription friendly when you have that consumable aspect. Next, 75 to 80% gross margins. Now with this is very important. So many people, their store doesn't even work because they don't have this, right? So they wonder, oh, why didn't my store work? Well, they had a $15 gross profit margin. Well, that's a problem. So the first thing I do, I won't run a product unless it has a $30 gross profit margin. That's just me, right? Minimum $30 gross profit. The lighter, the better. The smaller, the better. Logistically, that's going to make sense because the shipping will be much lighter, which will then put more money in your pocket. So boom, we check all of these boxes. Now, does it have 75 to 80% gross margin? Well, we've got to check that. You'll see here that it actually does. So the competitor selling the product for $39. So first we have to find out how much the product is. You literally reverse image search, you put it in Alibaba, and then boom, here it is. So I can see for 1,000 units, you're gonna pay about $2.6 per unit. So boom, we go to the gross profit calculator and we have a cost of 2.6. Now you have to include shipping in there. Shipping on this product, super light product. So it's probably going to be, I don't know, $6, $7 if I could guess. So we'll just go with like probably about 8.6. We're selling it for $39.99. We might maybe price it at $29.99 plus ship, get that shipping up there to just about 40. And then boom, you can see here, we have a 78% margin with a $30 gross profit. Boom, good to go there. Now margins work. Everything is looking very, very, very good. So now we have to actually validate that people want kale now in their skincare at least. So now we know that this product is doing well on Amazon. That's why it's being suggested. That's why it's there. That's why their main hero SKU that also has kale in it is also crushing it. So now that we know there's a little bit of awareness around the benefits of kale in skincare, but the proof of concept is there on Amazon at least. So then I went and I looked up, is kale good for skin? So we see here, it's rich in antioxidants. It's loaded with vitamins A, C, hydration, collagen production, detoxification, anti-inflammatory properties, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everything I see here, I've read a couple of these. It all looks like it improves complexion. It's very, very good for you, right? So boom. Now, one thing I did is I also asked ChatGPT. So I see that there is little evidence about the general benefits of kale in clinical studies around solely kale, but the ingredients that are in kale, there is a lot of studies around them. So you can see here, collagen synthesis, reduce star circles, etc. So boom, now we're good to go. We know that ultimately we can build a serious brand around this product. Now, my question is, where am I going to get the edge? So that's when I go back to this blueprint here. And competitive edge, am I going to get it on branding, formula, or offer? Well, actually, I'm going to get it on all three. So formula will improve down the road, branding will improve down the road when there is proof of concept, and then offer, you always beat the competitor out on offer. It's pretty simple to do. You typically just give a few free gifts with subscription, secret sauce. It's nothing new that you can't see. Just go look at the top brands. Okay, so boom, we're good to go. Now we get to the website and testing the product. I'm trying to make this very quick. Okay, so now I came up with a name. I was brainstorming and this is what we came up with. You can see that we have one name that is trademarked. It's Kale Yeah with an exclamation, but this is for a t-shirt, goods and services. So the class is under t-shirts. If you know anything about trademarks, I'm not a lawyer or a trademark lawyer, but I'm almost 99.9% sure that multiple brands can have the same name as long as they fall under a different class. So skincare would fall under a different class, shouldn't be a problem. You could probably have the exclamation or not, whether you want to or not, whatever. So boom, there's our name. I'm gonna look for like .com, .shop, or .store, or .co domains, and then just go to logo. Now, all I did is I just went to namelooks.com, and I think now it's maybe called Brandmark, but I just typed in skincare. I found a couple logos that I liked. Boom, screenshotted that. Then we need to create a mockup. Now, when you create a mockup, this is a mockup. The goal and where so many people go wrong, it took me years and multiple brands to learn this. Well, not multiple, but I learned it when I was much younger doing e-com, even with like dropshipping, branded dropshipping. You want to find proof of concept before you take inventory. So you essentially want to test the product without having inventory. If you do get orders, you can give the customers a gift card. Obviously, you're going to refund them, make it right. Tell them that you don't have stock and that you're able to ship the product out in a month or so once a new batch is finished, or you can refund them and give them a gift card on top of that, make it right, but you can test the product without having inventory initially. This is a cheat code. So all we do, we go here, we go to Alibaba. Now this is where AI comes in. So boom, I told AI a little bit about the product. So I just sent them that image right there and look at that. Throw in the logo. Here is the image. Now, this image is going to be an image that we can leverage in the product photos, even AI UGC, etc. So this is very, very cool stuff. Now, typically when I do build brands, I'm doing fully custom packaging right off the bat, and we're sending the product or we're seeding it with influencers, etc., etc. But if you can leverage AI to do this stuff, which you can now, and still get proof of concept, that's going to be awesome. And that's also going to help me film this video in just condense it into this 30-minute time frame or whatever that may be. So boom, here's our render. The next step here is getting the website thrown up. So I'm literally going to work on that right now and we'll go from there. So let me pause part one here. Okay, quick update. So just finished dinner. AI is pretty damn good. You're gonna see how quickly I just got the homepage finished. So I'm gonna get this whole store done in it'll take literally just a couple hours from when I first started working on it. all the way to the creatives to launching the campaign all in one day, all using AI, right? So you can see here, here's the homepage. We already have the logo in. We've got this image here. Now you can see this even has our branding on it. And yeah, there's that. We've got some really nice copy in here as well. There's a couple of prompts that I like to use that are very, very good. We've got kind of some educational stuff as well that AI can also do for you. And then we're going to throw in kind of reviews, customer satisfaction stuff, reviews. And then this is just the homepage. But as you can see, it's coming along very nicely, and it literally looks like a real brand, as if we've done custom product photography, etc. Now, I typically do custom product photography when I do run brands, but this is a great way to test, right? If you want proof of concept before, which I highly advise getting, you can literally test like this. So we'll start off with the homepage. Quick note as well, if you're seeing this on YouTube, I'm giving this store away. So literally just comment on this video. You have to like the video, comment with your Instagram username and then why you should get the store. And I will literally pick someone, DM them, give them the login to this store, and they could potentially just build and scale this brand. Even if this brand doesn't crush it the first week, a lot of my brands have taken like 3 weeks to a month to really get off the ground and start picking up steam. So this is a really good opportunity. But yeah, just quick update. And then I'll check back in with the homepage. I might not show everything from like product photos to before and afters, etc., but I'll try my best. Okay, quick update. So you were able to see the homepage. I've just touched up mainly just the copy for the products page here. You can see this is the only product photo I have in for right now. I'm going to work on probably anywhere from 3 to 5, and they will look very, very good. They're going to have social proof. They're going to have our unique selling points. They're going to handle objections. They're going to have data on the product and basically some data and statistics on the actual ingredients in our product as well. And then, yeah, if we scroll down, you can see we'll fix the reviews. Haven't gotten those in yet. We've got the offer here. So 1-pack, 2-pack, 3-pack. We're kind of anchoring the price to make the 2-pack, 3-pack look very like a great offer, especially that 3-pack, $95 off. I'm going to split test probably 3 offers right there in Kaching bundles. So we'll do kind of an offer like this. We'll probably do another one with another layout, and then we'll do another one with probably a free gift. I'm not worried about upsells right now because ultimately I'm not here to boost AOV or like make this store, incredibly profitable off the bat. If I could get this store to break even, if I could test subscriptions, keep it at break even while running subscriptions or slightly profitable, I know I'm going to scale the hell out of it. So that's all I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to like really boost AOV, etc., because if we do get 1 to 2 orders, we will refund them anyways. And yeah, so I'll just break down kind of each section here. You can see the offer. We'll have 2 more as well that'll be split tested. Also keep in mind everything on this page copy wise, if we were fulfilling the product and running the product, this is all stuff that I would do. I don't just do like this, private label, like hybrid branding where I'm kind of just drop shipping the current product. I actually work on making the product good. So we'll have the top-notch formula. We'll fully customize the bottle. We'll do probably completely different bottle, different box, absolutely everything. So all the copy that you see here will actually be aligned with the final product that we would sell anyways. Transformative ingredients, we've got all of the extracts and basically what's in there. We've got the 30-day glow guarantee. That's another very important thing. If you're running a money back guarantee, make it personalized. No one does that. They all say 30-day money back guarantee. Make it fun, make it new, make it relatable to your product. You can see we've got some reviews in here, and these are really cool sections. We're going to be changing the photos on these, obviously, but you can see it's telling a story in these reviews. The copy that you see on this website, it's not like every other dropshipper where they run this like ChatGPT 3 out of 10 copy. It's actually very solid, and there's prompts behind it. There's psychology behind it. We're handling objections. We're getting into unique selling points, storytelling, etc. So you can see this review is specifically aligned with those principles. After 1 week, my skin looks brighter and feels incredibly soft. That's one of the perceived outcomes. The lightweight texture absorbs quickly and doesn't feel greasy. That's handling another objection. My skin drinks it up. That's another way of wording it that's very descriptive and new, and it makes them feel as if they've experienced the product already. So we're going to change the photos there. I might not show the final version with the photos. You can imagine it will be top notch. It will be 10 out of 10. I'll probably get my graphic designer on there just for certain reasons. I don't want to show the photos that we do run just for like privacy stuff. But the secret that dermatologists don't share, you can see here, we're kind of coming in with like some kind of VSL principles and unique copy there. 4 breakthroughs in 1 bottle. These are unique selling points here. Palei delivers concentrated antioxidants. We've got our Us First Them section. You can also see that this Us First Them is very different. We're actually highlighting in-depth unique selling points like superfood kale complex, deep hydration technology, 30-day satisfaction, non-toxic, everything that our customers do care about. FAQ, this is going to be an incredibly important section. This is where you handle more objections. If your customers come here with the question and that question is in the FAQ and you handle it, I guarantee you they will buy. This is one of probably the highest revenue generating section on the website. Obviously, it's very low, but if you do understand your customers, I can make this much better. I can go on Amazon, look at the competitor, find the common themes, go on Reddit, find questions that people have about skincare and kale, skincare in general. Sorry, it's been a long day, but you get the point there, and then start it in if we want to make it more personal, which we will do. But yeah, this is just kind of a brief rundown here. Again, if you're seeing this on YouTube, I am going to give away this store. So again, just feel free to, if you're enjoying the video so far, just like on this video and then comment with your Instagram and why you want the store. Give me a good reason why you should have the store, because I really think this could be a brand. You can roll out multiple SKUs or products under Kale Skincare. And yeah, I'm happy to give it away. So make sure to comment and like on the video. You have to like the video. And yeah, so let's see here. And then last thing I'm going to do is get UpCart in. We'll have the social proof in cart. We'll have trust badges. We'll do the whole 9 yards. No upsells probably in cart because we're not worried about boosting AOV right now. We're worried about seeing if people want the product in general. And then yeah, next step is probably going to be static ads. So we'll create some statics. We'll do some UGC, like AI UGC probably mixed with some B-roll, stuff like that. And then we'll get right into it. So this is an update. I could get this up tonight, but I don't know if I'm going to. So I'll probably pick back in the morning and then probably plan to have the campaign scheduled for tomorrow night. Okay, my friends, we're back. It's the morning and we've got some exciting news. So the site is practically completely done. The only thing that I needed was content. So the media, GIFs, etc. Now I had my graphic designer do this. This is one of the great things about having a team. Graphic design is not my specialty. I could do probably a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 job. You'll see this is 10 out of 10 job here. When you test a product, you want to do it right. You want to make sure the offer's good and the offer's 10 out of 10. You're split testing everything. You want to make sure the content's good, the copy's good. Do not half-ass it. So here we go. Let's just take a look at some of these product images. You can see like we do not even have this product in hand. Okay. Do you understand how crazy that is? This is literally AI mockup packaging. And we've created before and afters. Now, all the before and afters are actually from this product itself. I just kind of blurred out some things just for privacy stuff if this is on YouTube. So main product photo right here. This badge is going to be kind of what you could call like more of a trust badge, right? So our product is, I've checked with the manufacturer, made in FDA registered facility. So that's not exactly what the badge will look like, but it'll be something like that. We've got the before and afters. It's all about perceived outcome. People are buying this product for a particular perceived outcome. So translate that perceived outcome all over the page in the product photos, in the reviews, etc. If you are buying a posture corrector or selling a posture corrector, you want to show people from before to their posture now correct. If you're selling some sort of fitness product, you want to show the before, the after, right? Understand why your customers are buying the product and translate that in the product photos. Next, we have kind of statistics and data here. So you can see that when it comes to skincare, people want to see that there's studies done. Now, these are all based on clinical studies in peer-reviewed journals. We make sure to note that. Next, we have leave your skin feeling glowy and hydrated after one use. Results based on consumer perception study. Before and afters again. Next, we have kind of the unique selling points here. So in the ingredients, we have kale leaf extract, green tea extract, sodium hyaluronate, germide, MP, broccoli seed oil, and niacinamide. So you can see we're translating those ingredients. It's all congruent and we're highlighting the unique selling points, or I guess the utility of that particular ingredient. In the formula, we have study here, results based on consumer perception study. Obviously, you don't scale existing content that's out there. This is all for proof of concept. If this product were to hit, we would invest in those clinical studies. We would invest in the before and afters, et cetera, et cetera. Next, we have kind of our 4 unique selling points. This will go more in the description. This will go in the description as well. And yeah, you get the point. You can see here, this is a legitimate brand. And again, if you are seeing this on YouTube, I'm giving this brand away. So just make sure to drop your IG, your Instagram in the comments with a reason why you should have this store, and you have to like the video. I'm going to give it away though. But you can see I did all of this in one day, from writing the copy to finding the product to basically creating all the media. And we're going to get ads done today. I'm going to show that as the next step. We'll set up a CBO on Facebook and we'll let it rip and see what happens. Okay, my friends. So this is getting fun and it's getting real good. Moral of the story, product page is done. I showed the product photos, the copy's in, the cart is finished up. Got some cool stuff there. Checkout's good to go. Now it's time to make the creatives. And I think you're going to be absolutely shocked when you see some of these creatives fully branded, multiple creators, completely AI generated. So the first thing I want to do, I'm not by any means the best person at making AI generated prompts. In my brands, we actually do real custom product photography. But if you're testing a product for proof of concept, I think you can make it pretty damn good solely using AI. That's exactly what I've done here. So all I did, here's the prompt. This is literally the prompt. Pretend you're a TikTok beauty influencer with 1 million followers. You're in a luxurious bathroom doing your skincare routine, iPhone 14 or lower, not professional, very organic. And then I said, use text that says the secret to my hydrated skin, kale peptides. Yes, kale in skincare. Now that text overlay was something that I generated, or basically that was kind of copy that I created. The rest was solely a prompt. You can use the same exact prompt. So that's how I did it, right? ChatGPT 4. I don't have time, or I don't want to sit here for 35 minutes and show you exactly how I do everything. What I will say is that when I'm actually testing. You want to spread the net wide. So if you're testing, you want to test this concept with different ages, different customer avatars. So different race, different ethnicity, things like this, different skin tones, right? So that's exactly what we've done here. I'm going to show you another concept that is just absurdly good. So this is a folder, right? This is essentially like a concept that I'm going to test. Now, what I'm going to do is probably create 5 concepts. Each concept will have, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 5 variations or iterations, right? So there's the file. You can see, I'm going to show you just the first generated image. So you can see here, it looks great, but the text on the bottle, you can't understand what it says. So it says, I'm not even going to try to say that. So all I did was I took this and I thought, okay, I need to remove the text on the bottle. The logo's great. The actual filling size or the size amount in the serum bottle is good. So all I went is I took those images, I put them into Canva. I used a magic eraser and I removed solely the middle of the text. Now it's not great, but pretty damn good as you can see. Now it's a little bit boring down here, but it's much better than just being able to tell that it's AI. Like you cannot tell that this is AI. Right? And as long as I hit the product page, everything on the product page is so good and it's so congruent and you can read the text and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, this is a concept. You can see that's the prompt. We're going to do other concept with the product in a certain background and unique selling points and pain points and blah, blah, blah. Here's another concept that I'm going to show you. Keep in mind, I would not scale something like this. It's solely to see if the concept worked. If this concept worked, remember, we're refunding every customer that buys from this store. All we need to get proof of concept is just say like a few orders consistently and see that the metrics look really good. And then we would maybe take inventory, custom branding, custom formula, proprietary, making it really good, best on the market, influencers exactly like this, but then we know what we can actually replicate right off the bat. But check this out. So this is like week 1 and then week 4. Super good ad. The click-through rate on this should be absurd, but this is also AI generated. So look at this concept. This is AI generated. And we have 6 iterations of this ad. And then I'll probably create anywhere from probably about 3 more concepts. Now this one's a little bit, it could be like the messaging more aggressive. So I probably won't get this in the ad account until I see that the more mild stuff is getting approved. And then we'll probably throw this in. But yeah, as you can see, pretty cool stuff there. Just wanted to share that. The prompts, I probably will share prompts and maybe show you a couple more folders, maybe go through it just 1 to 2 minutes here at the end. But okay, so quick check-in. This is a new concept. As you can see, this is kind of playful, fun. We're calling out the audience, unique selling point, etc. This is the prompt image that we use. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, this is an inspiration. This is what I gave ChatGPT 4 as the prompt inspiration. Now, what it gave us, now here was a prompt. It just says create an ad using the template shown below. And then you give it the headline you want, the unique selling points you want, and what you want the background to look like. And this is what you get, my friends. So we've got Nature's Glow Solution. We've got another variation of that. We've got when people ask me why my skin glows, I tell them I put kale on my face. Very interesting. We've got plot twist, the secret to my glass skin isn't a $300 cream, it's kale. This is probably my favorite one. It's hitting on perceived outcome and it's hitting on product mechanism as well. So perceived outcome, ultimately people want glass skin. That's the perceived outcome. So you're calling out that audience that wants that outcome. You're also hitting on the mechanism of the product where you're essentially pointing out existing alternatives and then explaining why your product is better. So $300 cream is an alternative, and then kale is the alternative to like an existing, maybe past solution. So yeah, I didn't word that great, but you get the point. We've got unique selling points there, stuff like this. If we were running this at scale, you want to watch out with all of these unique selling points. You want an asterisk by anything that could be considered a claim, or you say like based on X studies, which we have on our website. So my dermatologist was shocked when I told her my new skincare routine stars kale. There you go. So we're going to get these in the ad account right now. We'll probably just start with concept 1 and 2, and then we'll just go from there. So we'll start with concept 2 and 3. We'll test 1 after all these get approved, and then I'll continue to update. I'm going to get these in the ad account right now. I'm going to show you the testing structure, so just hang tight. Again, if you are liking this video, I personally think there's nothing like this on YouTube. One of the brands that I currently run costs probably anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 to start that brand. We have essentially started a brand for $0. Other than the ChatGPT 4 subscription, Shopify, Upcart, Luke's reviews, and Kaching bundles. That's it. But all the Shopify apps were on a free trial, so we can essentially test the product for free. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to show the ad account right now. We're going to go straight into Meta, and we'll go from there. Okay, so quick check-in. This is a new concept. As you can see, this is kind of playful, fun. We're calling out the audience, unique selling point, etc. This is the prompt image that we use. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, this is an inspiration. This is what I gave ChatGPT 4 as the prompt inspiration. Now, what it gave us, now here was a prompt. It just says create an ad using the template shown below, and then you give it the headline you want, the unique selling points you want, and what you want the background to look like. And this is what you get, my friends. So we've got Nature's Glow Solution. We've got another variation of that. We've got when people ask me why my skin glows, I tell them I put kale on my face. Very interesting. We've got plot twist, a secret to my glass skin isn't a $300 cream, it's kale. This is probably my favorite one. It's hitting on perceived outcome, and it's hitting on product mechanism as well. So perceived outcome, ultimately people want glass skin. That's the perceived outcome. So you're calling out that audience that wants that outcome. You're also hitting on the mechanism of the product, where you're essentially pointing out existing alternatives and then explaining why your product is better. So $300 cream is an alternative, and then kale is the alternative to like an existing, maybe past solution. So yeah, I didn't word that great, but you get the point. We've got unique selling points there, stuff like this. If we were running this at scale, you want to watch out with all of these unique selling points. You want an asterisk by anything that could be considered a claim, or you say like based on X studies, which we have on our website. So my dermatologist was shocked when I told her my new skincare routine stars kale. There you go. So we're going to get these in the ad account right now. We'll probably just start with concept 1 and 2. And then we'll just go from there. So we'll start with concept 2 and 3. We'll test 1 after all these get approved, and then I'll continue to update. I'm going to get these in the ad account right now. I'm going to show you the testing structure, so just hang tight. Again, if you are liking this video, I personally think there's nothing like this on YouTube. One of the brands that I currently run costs probably anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 to start that brand. We have essentially started a brand for $0. Other than the ChatGPT 4 subscription, Shopify, Upcart, Luke's reviews, and Kaching bundles. That's it. But all the Shopify apps were on a free trial, so we can essentially test the product for free. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to show the ad account right now. We're going to go straight into Meta, and we'll go from there. Okay, got the campaign set up here. This is the last step, testing. Hopefully the big step is scaling. But before I get into that, I'll just run you through the campaign structure that I run and test with. I don't necessarily scale. It depends. Every ad account's different. But more of the story, one campaign or one CBO per country for testing. We're going to just start with US, $30 a day. We'll just start it low, let it run like 7 to 10 days probably. We've got highest volume. So basically we're just breaking ad sets per concept. Very simple. We have website, maximize conversions, pixel purchase, set a minimum spend per ad set just so that we're testing a little bit. So you can see $3 daily minimum spend. So that's $6 forced, and then the other 24 will be allocated amongst the best ad set in which Meta is the most confident spending on. Really the best way to scale across or test across the board I've found. You can see here, we've got ad 1. I'll just run you through kind of the copy. So ad 1, URL, straight to product page. We've got different types of copy. So like what happens when kale meets skincare. We've got kind of testimonial style. We've got stop wasting money on expensive creams that don't deliver, headline, glow or money back. 30-day glow guarantee, shop now. And yeah, that's it. And then you can see here, each ad is unique, different. So that's the first concept, kind of like the selfie. And then concept 3, we've got all of the kind of headline, more fun, flashy ones right here, hitting on unique selling points and really getting them to hopefully stop scrolling. So yeah, we'll just start there. And then I'm going to break down essentially how I analyze creatives and what I look for in the testing phase. The first thing I'm looking for, I don't necessarily care about CPM, cost per click, etc. Those are all metrics that can tell you some things, but ultimately a high CPM does not mean that you're toast, right? Because maybe you just have very expensive, or basically the traffic that Meta's targeting has a lot of buying intent and they convert very well. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll break that down exactly how I set up my columns and basically analyze the first thing I'm looking for. Ideally we want like a sale day 1 to 2 if we can, but we're initially just looking for buying intent. So add to carts, I'm looking at cost per add to cart. So I'll go through that next, but yeah, that's it. We did it, speed run, complete brand from product research to literally product research to creating the website and doing it right, with 10 out of 10 product images, mock-ups, all that good stuff, creatives to testing. We're here, we did it. And yeah, this is what I do. So if you are interested in building a brand, exactly like the one I've done here, I would say like right now about 3 clients one-on-one per month, where you work with me twice a week on Zoom calls. We help you build a brand that's subscription first. You can stack subscribers, you have returning customers, you build enterprise value and potentially exit. That's the goal, right? So yeah, I'm happy to help. Just click the first link in the description if you are interested in working with me one-on-one. But if not, let's get into the test. I'm going to be back with the results probably day 1, day 3, and then maybe day 7. So let's do it. Okay, it is day 1 of the ads running. Now, the first day they were supposed to run, the campaigns weren't spending. I just kept duplicating them until we could get it to spend. So day 2, we started to get some spend this morning. Just testing interest stack. I usually go broad, but just figured I'd give it a shot here. Basically, what we're looking at here, this is how I set up my columns: reach, views, frequency, amount spent, CPM. You can see $150 CPM in the US. That is not good, especially on a $35, $40 AOV product, but we'll let it ride. Link clicks 3, cost per click 4.89. We're gonna need to get this down to $1 or $1.50 ideally. Click-through rate looks pretty solid though, 3%. So we know the creatives are holding up nicely. There's not a lot of data right now, but next thing I look at, really all I look at probably the first 5 days is just buying intent. I'm trying to analyze the buying intent to find the leaks in the funnel. Are the leaks in the creatives? Are the links on the landing page? Are the leaks in checkout, like from initiate checkout to checkout and building trust there? Where are the leaks? So typically, if your add to cart rate is incredibly low, you have an offer problem. If your add to cart rate is very high, but then your conversion rate is not, if you're not converting maybe 1/3 of your add to carts, then there's another problem there. Maybe there's not enough trust in your cart or in your checkout. So then that's where I fix those things. But all I'm looking for here is add to carts. The first metric that I want to see is cost per add to cart in these initial days. I want cost per add to cart to basically be about 1/3 my break even cost per purchase. So if I have a $40 order and my cost of goods is 10 out the door, my break even is $30. I would want my cost per add to cart to be about $10, right? So that's what I'm looking for. I want my cost per add to cart to be around $10. I don't expect add to carts really day 1, but we'll just give it time. We'll see what happens. It looks like if we go into Shopify, it looks like we actually got an add to cart here, and we're tracking far more sessions than we actually got. We're seeing here 23, whereas when I go into Ads Manager, we're only getting 3 link clicks. So maybe a discrepancy there. We'll just let it run. We'll see what happens. Ashburn, I think this is like the Facebook bots, and yeah, it might be some weird traffic here. So yeah, we'll give it time. Who knows if this add to cart was a fluke, maybe it didn't track yet, but yeah, we'll just let it run and really wanted to give an update there. So, okay, we're back with yet another update. You can see I'm on the store right now. 8 sessions today so far on the store. Not a lot of sessions. I'm gonna run you through everything though. If we go to today, you can see we've got 1 add to cart. The add to cart rate has actually been pretty high for this store, but it's weird. In Meta, not everything is tracking. It's just a little bit odd. I've checked the pixel, everything aligns perfectly, but it doesn't seem to be tracking. So 13 sessions, we're at 1 sale so far on this store, and it's not looking too good. And I'm gonna explain why it's not looking too good. I'm gonna bring you through the ad account and really give you an explanation of how I would turn this store around. So here's a new campaign. So in the old campaign, we had like $150 plus CPM. However, if we go to this new campaign, we have a $300 CPM. That means it's costing us $300 to reach 1,000 people. That is not sustainable when you're selling a product for $29 plus shipping, right? It's just not. You can't be getting $6 cost per clicks on a $40 AOV from my experience, right? If you've made that work, comment below, you're a legend, but it's just really not feasible. Now, you can see here, we've spent $17. We've only reached 60 people. I tested videos because I thought, okay, if I bring in some videos, maybe the CPM is going to come down, things will turn around. Now, when I threw these in there, it only shot the CPM up another $100. So it didn't seem to work. The cost per click is still $6. You can see the click-through rate's high, but that doesn't matter because the cost per click is so high because the CPM is so high. The add to cart hasn't tracked. It's just not looking good. However, I do want to bring something up, guys. We have literally tested this product with zero risk. I didn't spend any money. The only money I spent, well, I basically leveraged AI that I already had, so ChatGPT and Claude for the copy. I didn't spend any money there. I had Shopify at $1. I had basically, let's see, 2 apps, Upcart and Kaching bundles. That was all the money I spent testing this product. And then Meta, of course, right? I think we were running like $30 a day budget here. But guys, we got to test a product. We got to essentially test a brand as well. Like if this did work, we would be able to get pieces in place very quickly and scale very quickly. We'd also be able to run subscriptions. That's the most important part. These are the only kind of brands that I run. So in summary, you can see this video, I think it was absolutely packed with value to show you that you can test these subscription first products and brands that have lifetime value, have returning customers without ordering 1,000 to 3,000 units up front. I can't tell you how many people I've seen make that mistake. I know I made that mistake early on in my ecom career many, many years ago, just having too much conviction on a product before I have proof of concept. So now you know how to test a product, obtain that proof of concept without adhering a lot of risk. But these brands are the future. I know this one didn't work out. You can see here though, this is one of the brands that I just started. We really things picked up here in December. It's now middle of April. You can see we're already at 830 active subscribers. These are subscribers that are signing up for reoccurring deliveries. These customers will essentially be worth 150, 200 plus probably on average throughout their lifetime journey with us. Now, this brand is very, very lean. You can see 30% customers have returned already. We're 15 days in, we're at 20K. We're probably gonna hit 40K, and the margins are absurd because now we have so many returning customers. All of these returning customers, we have 70, 75, almost 80% margins on these. And 50% of our new customers are subscribing for future deliveries. So you can see, although that product test did not work, these brands do work, and this is the future of ecom. I actually do help anywhere from like 1 to 3 people one-on-one per month create a brand like this. Similar process to what you saw in this video. We just go far more in depth. I'm on the calls with you twice a week, literally for 3 months. So if you are interested in that, if you've struggled with drop shipping or actually building something with lasting value and something that's consistent, just feel free to hit the first link in the description. You can apply for the one-on-one with me. I personally check everything. I reach out to you, etc. But either way, this is it. Thanks for watching the video. It sucks that the brand did not work out like we expected it, but that's part of it. There was minimal risk. It only took maybe like 24 hours. We literally built it in one day. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. As always, like, comment, subscribe, give feedback, whatever you want. And that's it.